Happy Saturday evening. Fire's spitting a bit. Hope you're all well. Thank you to all of those that left kind words of encouragement after last night's tale of woe. I've made it through another 24 hours. Celebrate small achievements. Smoking my Beerbeard, le Beerbeard, as they probably say in France, if they speak very bad French, and drinking once again Young's Special London Ale. I do like this stuff. This is one of my favourites. I mean, I like the King Goblin I drank last night, but this is probably my favourite bottled beer at the moment. Excuse me a second. Cheers. Good health. Bit ironic. Unintentional. Anyway, any road up, as they say, in certain parts north of London that I don't tend to venture into. I haven't said what I'm smoking for a reason, because thereby lies a tale. Before we get onto that, of course, this evening's musical entertainment, another favourite band of mine from yesteryear, Talking Heads, Remain in Light. Not my favourite album of theirs, my favourite is Fear of Music, but I can't find it. I actually think it's here rather than the X's loft, but just can't find it. My place is chaotic. And I have limited patience for tearing the place apart looking for it. But if I find it, I'll stick that on. Ooh. Now, back to the tobacco. You'll have heard me go on about my mouth problems before now. Take medications that dry my mouth out, two meds that dry it out. And with the pipe smoking, I suffer sore mouth quite a lot. It doesn't help, of course, that when I most feel like smoking a pipe is at the weekends when I indulge in the beer. And alcohol itself sensitises and, in a sense, irritates the lining of your mouth, you know. You know that. I mean, that's why it's usually best to buy an alcohol-free mouthwash, because it can actually, sticking alcohol in your mouth can actually make you more susceptible to gum infections and whatever. And alcohol being bad in itself, carbonised or carbonated alcohol, even worse. So what with the meds, then the beer, then smoking the pipe. I was waking up some Monday mornings feeling like I'd chewed a mouthful of razor blades. And it was ending up week after week that I'd then have to avoid the pipe for about 3 or 4 days. And then, of course, by that time it was the following weekend, and then the whole thing would start all over again. And I was despairing a bit. You know, I've tried different toothpastes. I only smoke filtered pipes. I put little volcanic clay keystones in the bottom of the bowl. Anything to dry the smoke out and hopefully help. But it's taken me a surprisingly long time to think, well, maybe it's the type of tobacco. Now, I make no secret of the fact I'm an aromatic lover. That sounds a bit unpleasant, doesn't it? I love aromatic tobaccos, shall we say. I don't have personal hygiene problems. In the boudoir. Yeah, I love my aromatic tobaccos. And that's what I smoke over and above anything else. Probably followed by Virginias, vapors, as long as they're not too heavy on the perique, because that can set me off as well. and I've never really been an English blend smoker. I've tried plenty, of course, but there's something about Latakia I really don't really care for, and so they've always been bottom of the list. But I thought, you know, I'm going through this week after week, why don't I try and experiment? So what I decided to do was this past week, I've smoked nothing but English and Balkan blends. I've got a fair selection thanks to Mike, Harley Piper. I've smoked Boswell's, Countryside, Northwoods, Railroad Station, Sangawith Squadron Leader, Mississippi River, not Mississippi River, Seattle Pipe Club, Plum Pudding. I haven't really got the hang of that one yet. But that's all I've smoked all week. I haven't touched an aromatic. And I have to say it's made a huge difference. I can't overemphasise how much difference it's made. I push it too far, because I tend to be a puffer, as you can probably tell. Puff, 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 far too much. But I might get a little bit of dryness just behind my top teeth. They're on my own, not a forces. And a little bit on the tongue if I push it too far, but then it goes. After a few hours, it just wears off. It's made a tremendous difference. Which has caused me a bit of a dilemma, because my favourite tobaccos appear to be the reason why I'm having the mouth problems, and my least favourite tobaccos are the ones that seem to not bring on the mouth problems. Just check out the file. So I've decided to sort of strike a compromise. And I'm thinking at weekends when I drink, because I don't drink during the week, but weekends when I have a few beers, I'm only going to smoke English or Balkan blends, Latakia blends basically, with Virginias in the background. And that satisfies my need for smoking a pipe while I'm having a few beers, because I love it, that the two go together so well. And then hopefully on a Monday morning I won't have all the problems, and that would enable me during the week to indulge my love of aromatics. That's the plan anyway. We'll have to see how it goes. Which is all a long-winded way of coming round to saying what tobacco I'm smoking tonight. And for the first time in weeks, this is not a tobacco very generously gifted by Harley Piper. It's actually one that I bought myself. And it's nearly a year ago I bought it, when I was only a couple of months into pipe smoking. And I only got about a third of the way through the tin and decided I didn't like it. So I put it away. But on this English stroke Balkan test, I've dug it out. I'm teasing you here, aren't I? Took a bit of rehydrating, but don't worry, the big reveal is coming up. Can you tell what it is yet? That won't mean anything to anyone outside the UK, under 50 years old, in the UK as well. I am smoking Dunhill Durbar. It's a big favourite of Pip's pipery practices. And I think it was because of him that I bought it in the first place. And I have to say it's very, very pleasant. Some people say it's got almost an incense quality to it, and I can get that. They're never going to be my favourite smokes. I don't think I'm ever going to have a road to Damascus conversion to English and Balkans, but if by doing this at weekends it enables me to indulge my love of those sweet, sensuous aromatics in the week, then it can only be a good thing. So there we are. Took me 13 minutes to get round to saying that. Bottoms up. Hope you're all well. Having said my bit last night about people not putting videos up, they've all put videos up. I just can't keep up, you know. Well, I've been watching a few, commenting where I can, watching a couple from my good mate Pipe Tree. Right on, mate. Who put up a very good one about breathing technique. Not necessarily geared to pipe smoking. No. Very good. And Tim, Wolf Valley boy, he stuck up another one. I don't tend to watch your cigar reviews, Tim, basically because not that I'm not interested in cigars, but for me in my personal circumstances at the moment, they're a luxury that I aspire to maybe in the future. But I might delve back into a back catalogue of cigar reviews and treat myself to one for Christmas. Any road up. I've already said that, haven't I? I'm starting to repeat myself. I'm going to love you and leave you because we're approaching the magic 15-minute mark. I shall take myself off for my appointment on Tuesday and find out what they've got to say. And hopefully report back to you next weekend. At the end of the day, what can you do? You find out what they tell you, and then you go with whatever they recommend in means of treatment. But, you know, that's just life, isn't it? We've all got our cross to bear. I was watching a video by Mark, Who's Your Piper, earlier, and I said to him, I couldn't do what he does. He works with, he works on call, and he's been working tremendously hard recently, very, very long hours, and he works with child abuse cases. You've got to have a great deal of inner strength to be able to do that. So Mark, cheers, mate. If I was wearing a hat, I'd take it off to you, but cheers anyway. I hope you manage to get a good rest eventually. And that said, I'm off. The pipe's still alight. Amazing. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great week ahead. I'll hopefully speak to you next weekend. Ta-ra, everyone.